The numbers for V have come in, and it's looking like the first day streams, like its debut streams, aren't as high as her previous albums. And then on top of that, I've seen people on Twitter kind of clowning this album, saying how it's trash and how it's not that great and how it's soulless and it just doesn't match Doja's aesthetic or her vibe. And I'm starting to wonder, like, is this like her flop era? And I don't think it is a flop era. I think Doja's going to be just fine after this. But I'm going to go through the reasons why I think that people did not like this album. First of all, before I go on, this album is not Planet Her. This album is not Hot Pink. I think people were expecting like some Hot Pink, Planet Her music, okay? But even when Jealous Type came out, I knew that was not going to be a Planet Her type of album. When she was talking about the album and the cover art and the meaning, I was like, yeah, this is not Planet Her. So if you think it's going to be Planet Her type of stuff, you will not like this album. Get that out the window. Get that expectation right out the window right now. This album is very 70s, 80s music. Okay, so if you don't like that very dated 70s 80s sound, and it's not like Dua Peep's album where she has, you know, she's doing like the 70s 80s music and visuals, but she adds some new fresh layers to it and the new sound, so it sounded like it was released in like 2018 2019, whereas Doja is just strictly doing 70s 80s music and she's not adding any new layers of new sound or freshness to make it sound like it's been released in 2025. It sounds like it would have been released in the 80s 70s, maybe even 90s, pushing it. There we go. And I think that's why, because people these days, they only like 70s 80s music when there is like a fresh new spin on it. So that's why people like Dua Peep's music and her visuals, because she did that 70s 80s visuals and music, but she added some fresh new layers and fresh new sounds. So that's why people liked it. But if you don't add anything fresh or new to that sound or the songs, then people won't like it. I think Acts of Service, okay, Silly and Fun, that's got to be a bop. If RCA does not push Silly and Fun and Take Me Dancing featuring SZA, I think the best songs on the album are Men. Like, Men. Take Me Dancing featuring SZA, Happy, did I say? Silly and Fun, Acts of Service. I think they're great songs, but for some reason, RCA are not pushing this album. RCA with this rollout, it's been horrifically bad. Like, it's been terrible. Okay, the rollout for Doja's album makes like the rollout for Cardi's album look extraordinary. She makes like freaking Beyonce's flipping promotion look extraordinary, and we know Beyonce doesn't really put much effort. You know, Beyonce is the queen of, you know, the whole surprise releases. That's why, you know, people do surprise releases, because Beyonce made it a thing to be popular. Because this is the thing with Doja. People say that she's a pop star. There was a time when people were saying she's not a rapper, she's a pop star. And then she did Scarlet and people were like, okay, she's a rapper. People are a bit wishy-washy with Doja. They say she's a pop star when it suits them, and they say she's a rapper when it suits them. And I think in this album, she showed that she can rap very well, and she can also sing very well, which is a great skill to have as a rapper, to be able to sing, especially to the standard of Doja Cat. She was doing some really good control vocals on this album. I liked the album. I enjoyed it. Like, is it her best work? No. I don't think that this is going to be a mainstream success. I don't think this is going to be a Planet Her, Hot Pink type of era. I really don't think so, because RCA are just not putting in the money into it. And I think because Jealous Type didn't do as well as they thought it would, even though they put no promotion into it, I think from then on they were like, no, we're not going to put in any more money into Doja, which is weird because Doja probably makes the most money for that record label. She probably breaks in millions for them. I believe SZA signed RCA as well, so even if they shelve Doja, it does not matter, because they have SZA to fall back on, and SZA is probably raking in the most money. She's probably raking in more than Doja. So I will say that the album is a bit predictable, like in the first half of the album, because she will sing, okay, and then she'll just rap, and then it's like the next song she'll sing a bit, rap, sing, and then it's like the song is finished. I think the formula of the song became a bit repetitive at times, but if you can get over that, I feel like you would like the album. And if you can get over the fact that it's not Hot Pink and it's not those type of albums, it's so different, I can't compare it to Hot Pink. Okay, V is its own album, it's its own era. And also the cover art, the only thing I have to say is, why does that look like Endless Summer Vacation? Why did Doja's team shoot her in the foot with that one? Why did she copy Miley for that? I love the other cover art where she had roses on her face. Stunning, gorgeous. Doja could have ate with that cover art, but she changed it to the Miley Cyrus type of Endless Summer Vacation. Like, is Miley gonna get a coin for that? Is Miley gonna get a coin for that? Some people are saying that it's not authentic and that, you know, this is not her brand. But I feel like if you are a artist and you're not consistently trying to change every era, like, you know, Doja Cat is not Megan Thee Stallion. She's not the rest of these untalented female rappers where they have no errors, there's no aesthetics, there's no difference in visualizers. They just dress the same in every era. They have the same makeup in every era. They do the same thing in every era. Nothing changes. Whereas the talented people like the Dojas and the Nickis, they are able to change genres. They're able to change the aesthetic, whether it's their hair, their makeup. They're able to do that and actually, you know, make it good. Okay, so I when people say that it's inauthentic, I just think that Doja is really experimenting, and I think that's a good thing to have with every era, to have a different aesthetic, vibe, aura, whatever. And that's the one thing of female rap that I don't like, is that there's no errors, there's no lasting errors in female rap. If you're not Doja or Nicki, there's no lasting errors in female rap. You can just dress the same, look the same in every era, and that's why female rap is boring, because there's not a distinct era, there's not a distinct color I can use for every female rapper to be like, oh, that's this, oh, that's that. So for example, if I see Doja in a long pink wig, I'll be like, oh, hot pink. If I see Nicki in a pink bob, okay, with some free, you know, some really out there outfits, I'll be like, okay, that's Pink Friday. Or if I see her in like some long black hair and like, you know, the very minimal makeup, I'll be like, oh, okay, that's the pink print. You know, with female rap, there's no distinct errors, and that's the issue, and that goes for male rap as well, but I find in female rap that is a big issue as well. But anyways, I just think female rap, they're not willing to commit to errors. They're not willing to commit to changing their aesthetic, their vibes. They just want to be the same. And that's why female rap is boring. And that's why it's dying. Thank God anyways. Let me know what you think about V. I would say Silly and Fun, Take Me Dancing, Amen, and Happy are my favourite songs. And obviously Jealous Type. I love Jealous Type. I don't care what anyone says. Okay. But let me know what you think of this album. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay blessed, and drink some water as well.